Hey, it's Michael Saul with the Stock Market Trading Watch List for Tuesday, December 6, 2011. Well, so much for the pullback that I was looking for to start on Monday. Instead, we gapped up, and I'm using the SPY because the S&P 500 just doesn't show it correctly because that's the way TradeStation charts it off. I think that's how they always chart off the S&P cash. But anyway, so we gapped up, and then we got a little bit of a fade, and then we pushed it higher here, hit an arbitrary high, and then we sold off in the afternoon on the news that the 17 European countries were on downgrade watch or whatever. I mean, it's just the circus continues, the volatility continues. You got to stay on your toes here. So once again, I mean, we were above the 200-day here on the SPY and on the S&P 500. I was watching for a close above that to say, okay, that's the first level to watch, and then still want to get above here, which looks like we tested. But now that we're back below the 200-day, I'm still watching for a pullback. I am not bearish. Somebody wrote me an email and said, Tiny, I don't understand why you got bearish here. We had a killer week last week. I'm not bearish. I'm looking for a pause. I'm looking for a pullback. All right, so I'm sorry I'm laughing about it, but it's as much as I try to explain myself, there's still some people that I guess just don't listen or don't read what I have to say. And that's fine because I do it all the time too. I had a friend of mine yell at me today that I need to take reading lessons because I didn't read his email correctly. So anyway, now it looks like to me that we're going to start a pullback here. I'm going to be watching these levels, the moving averages. I'll use this live trend line down here, which looks like it's crossing down here around the 124.08 area. All right, it's for now. Obviously, if it takes its time over a few days, it'll probably be lower. Now, is there a chance that we just gap up again and just rip it? Of course, but I think that a better scenario for the bulls, not that this always plays out this way, would be a nice orderly pullback and then the opportunity for them to step back in and try to push. Okay, so that is the S&P 500. Let's look at the NASDAQ 100. Okay, you see the NASDAQ 100 fell shy of that 78.6% retracement. The Russell. Okay, the Russell broke above that 78.6% retracement, but closed basically right on it. So could lead to a pullback as well from here, or if they offset it, you still got the 200-day to watch. Go through the indexes quick. Semiconductors, nothing. Banks. Okay, the banks had an okay close, even after the watch. Okay, got the 50-day moving average on Bank of America to watch. JP Morgan, yeah, this thing's got to keep coming up because I switched from simulated, working with somebody on the simulator, back to the live account. So anyway, JP Morgan into the 89 EMA and a doji there. Well, technically not a great looking doji, but still a small body with some width in the tails. Okay, Citigroup into the 89 EMA, Northern Trust above the 89 EMA, Zions, watch the 89 EMA for potential resistance. Okay, how about the cyclicals? Yeah, just kind of a doji day. Brokers. Brokers put in a nice day, 3.33%. Okay, Goldman with a doji, though. Did close higher, but still closed with the doji. Is Morgan up 6.5%. Watch that 89 EMA. Legg Mason, not much going on here. 89 EMA looks like it's holding it for now. A GLD, pulling in. SLV, still holding this channel here. We broke below it, came back above it, but Now we've been below it for, what's this, 3, 4, 5, yeah, about a week and a half. Notice how it held here. So I'm still looking for SLV and its parent metal silver to trade lower here. Break back down into the 20s. Apple. Okay, Doji above the 50-day moving average. Amazon was looking like crap early on. I mean, it's still closed down. You see, this is including after hours, so I guess technically it was up on the close, but not by much. But you can see here it broke this little wedge, but came back above it. So still thinking Amazon is vulnerable here. All right, Google hit its first target. The spinning top there. We'll see if it gets confirmed. It's pretty stretched from its moving averages. First support would be 618.30. All right, then we have, what's this? We have this lap here, which is 613.77, and then the moving averages, wherever they are, because obviously they're on a strong up move, at least the shorter term moving averages. Okay, Chipotle pushed higher, and then left the tail there. Las Vegas Sands, yeah, back inside this little channel within the bigger channel. Okay, there's the bigger channel, then there's the little channel. Well, this looks like it wants to chop around for a little bit here. Here's Ford. All right, reversal at the 89 EMA. All right, so hit that 89 now. Looks like a potential reversal. Caterpillar. Just look at this pattern. This is what's known as a coil, right? See here, right on top of the 200-day moving average. Okay. So can it pop up? Sure, but also vulnerable to the downside. The coil is volatility contraction. Just saying we should be looking for a move one way or the other. All right? Doesn't necessarily mean it has to go higher. Great. John Deere. John Deere. Hold on one second. Okay, we'll get back to John Deere in a minute, but apparently my trade stations decided not to give me some symbols. Let's see what. Okay, here we go. All right, here's Alcoa hanging on the 50-day here, also in a little coil. See if John Deere will come up now. Yep, there it comes. A little stutter step. Also coiled. Got the 200-day moving average right above. I mean, looks like a potential inverted head and shoulders here, but I mean, I don't like the non-symmetry with the right and left shoulder. I like to see them looking a little more symmetrical. Anyway, watch that 200-day moving average. Riverbed. Okay, Riverbed. Watch 200-day if this can get going. If not, watch for a pull-in with the market into these moving averages. See if they'll hold. Visa. Yeah, Visa had a nice push off the 89 EMA. Now starting to see a pullback here. Looks like it held support, previous resistance, now becomes support. Below this, watch the moving averages. MasterCard. It looks very similar. American Express. Not so much like the others, but still more choppy than not above the moving averages here. All right. And finally, GE somebody asked about. So let's take a look. Okay. Not seeing much here after this breakdown. Hasn't recovered like the S&P or some of the other stocks. I mean, it got the nice bounce off the double bottom here, but quickly pulled back. So now we got the doji right at the 89 EMA. All right. So starting to watch for a pullback. Actually started on Monday, but the gap up, the big gap up, and not the big fade kind of put the squash on that. So now we're looking to see if we can get a pullback here. I think a pullback would be bullish. I'm not bearish here as of yet, but I want to see a nice pullback, maybe gather up some energy, and try to push through that 200-day moving average. Have a great trading day on Tuesday. I'll talk to everybody again on Wednesday.